Binsgarth is probably one of the coolest places I've been. It's actually been one of the most amazing theatrical experiences that I've had teaching theater, and the amount of dedication and work that goes into this by everybody who's involved has just made this such a community atmosphere and such a really community-driven project that it's really incredible to be a part of. This week I'm in charge of the drama. I'm in charge of getting the kids to act instead of just stand, and directing actually the older kids' show. My voice is a little bit hoarse because that has been a very long process, but there's a lot of them and very few of us, and really working together with these other two amazing instructors has been the only way that we could have put together this show. So although, yes, I'm directing the older kids show, it's really, really a collaborative effort between all of us. Actually, getting to know Tracy and Jen, they have been incredibly relaxed and laid back with their approach to teaching, and very disciplined in their approach to the students. And that's created, I think, a really great show and made a very, very relaxed working environment between the three of us. And we've been bouncing ideas off of each other constantly throughout the week, and I think that cohesiveness has really been achieved. I've taught younger kids in Winnipeg at Manitoba Theatre for Young People, but I've never directed a full show with little kids, and especially in such a condensed period of time. So that has been challenging, and hopefully we'll see in a couple of hours, but I think rewarding. No, it's been rewarding already. I don't have to wait to see the show. It's very unique. I don't know where else I would have such an intense period of time with such dedicated and talented students in such a secluded environment that allows all of your focus to be going into that. So yeah, very unique. Probably the most interesting part of this week has been, as cheesy as it sounds, seeing how the students have developed. You hear about this all the time, but seeing these kids come in the first day, and everything is happening very quickly. Like, we have one day to work with them, play theater games, and blah, 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 and then we have to, that evening, pick who's going to be in the play. And we're making that decision based on very little information. I'm sorry. But it's true. This is all the stuff we have to go on. So to see kids rise to the challenge of what they are being asked to do is amazing. And we had a conversation as the instructors, and we were saying, like, there's no way that we should expect them to have the same level of devotion and concentration and focus and professionalism as we do. But at the same time, we can't operate if we don't expect that they will. And almost without fail, they've all risen to that challenge. So that has been probably the best part of all of this. When I get back to Winnipeg, I will definitely have taken a lot of the things that I've learned from here back into my professional life in Winnipeg, whether that's learning how to better communicate ideas to various levels of people, whether it's learning how to throw together a show with limited time but great resources in terms of people, or whether it's just really, really appreciating the journey before the performance. Those are really important things that I think I'll be able to take back to Winnipeg. The volunteers have been absolutely spectacular. Like, absolutely. And I don't know where they have gotten these people, but wherever they've gotten them from, I would like to know, because I have a show coming up in a little while in Winnipeg and I would like them to be there. It's just like every need that you could possibly have is taken care of. I don't even want to go back to Winnipeg because I have to do my own things in Winnipeg, and I would like to have people take care of me. So just being able to focus completely on the play because everything else has been taken care of is a luxury that you don't experience very often unless you're in very, very, very large, well-funded theaters, and it's a very special thing.
Behind the scenes lady here.
Oh no, I am just here temporarily.
student that I used to have. She's done it 2 years before. And I accepted before I even knew where I was going, based on her experience. She said, I have this great opportunity. If they still need you, would you be interested? So I got the email, and then I took on the job. I've been the artistic director at Footworks Dance Studio for 24 years. Yeah, and my specialty would be kids and beginners and junior levels. I started out, I wanted to teach them some technique as well. So I tried to use the proper terms and give them a few basic steps and build on that because they only use a segment of what I taught them. But I want them to leave with some information. If they're carrying on with musical theater, they'll need it. They've picked up really quickly, and they've incorporated it. And I knew working with 2 other people I hadn't met before, the collaboration would be really interesting, and I like that. Turned out well.
What would you say was your biggest challenge this week?
Oh, teaching the number first and then putting it together, because that's the reverse of how it usually works for me at the studio. Technique and steps first, and then we put together numbers. They learned their opening number on the very first day, and we polished after. So it's reverse. So that's a challenge for me as well, but they were great, and I had to learn something too.
When you say that, it's like you guys were just singing everybody, right? And then everybody do it like you mean it, right? Get into it. 1 and 2, 3 and 4.
I would like another week with them to make it look what I could see for them. But then these kids get to see a result, a product sooner, and it's maybe more encouraging for them to continue, and they might pursue different things. Because not everybody's a great singer, not everybody's a great actor, not everybody can dance, but if they put them all together, they see. So everybody gets a chance to sort of shine, and it's done quickly. And the classes were 45 minutes long until we combined them. And then they can get the costumes on sooner, and get out there on the stage.
So what do you think of Binscarth? This camp is kind of a unique thing. It's in a small town. You're not likely used to that.
Oh, we go to competitions in some of the small towns, and my parents really enjoy it. It's a different atmosphere, and the quality was great. And for us, it was just a very nice thing. Everybody's enthusiastic, and it makes a world of difference to what you end up with. They all want to be here.
So what do you think was so unique it's going to stick in your mind for a while about Binscarth's drama camp?
Oh, the short amount of time and the really rather surprising quality result. This morning, the dress rehearsal, so good. So I'm looking forward to this afternoon.
I had such a great time last time, met some wonderful kids, wonderful people of Binscarth, and I was really excited that I was invited back. This year, the younger kids are performing a jungle party tonight, so they are a bunch of jungle animals and singing and dancing and having a party. And the older kids are doing the Emperor's New Clothes in musical form, and it's really fantastic, well written. Well, it's Friday, there's always that midweek hump, and they got over it just fantastic, pulled up their socks, and it's looking really, really good. The first day we kind of just feel everybody out and try to give them the basics, basic breathing, basic pronunciation, and then just how you're going to present the songs and tell the story. The biggest challenge was probably the numbers, just not having as many kids as there was last time. It's just getting the sound out more. But really, the kids just were fantastic and picked it up like nothing, so it was great. I think the younger ones really like Blue the kangaroo because they get to bounce around and get to hop. So I think that's probably their favorite. For the older kids, I think they like seeing the king in his underwear, and it's quite funny.
You know, these sound like totally different dramas that we've really never heard about before.
That's true. Last time we were here, we had done basically bugs and rats, so it was kind of a theme. This year, totally different. Jungle animals, and then actual actors and people are the other one.
So then, you know, is it the same kind of a group that you worked with 2 years ago? Do you recognize any faces?
You know what? I recognized a lot. That all of them got taller, and all of them just grew up and are wonderful, wonderful kids. Some of them were only 5 when they were here last time, so the 2 years makes a big difference on stage. But they are just as enthusiastic as I remember them.
That makes a difference, because if they're here because they want to be, doesn't that help to make your job that much easier?
It really does, because they go home at night and they put in a couple hours. They listen to the music, they sing along, they practice their lines, and really at the end of the day, they put this stuff together, and it's just fantastic.
So it's more than a camp, isn't it, this week?
It really is. I mean, it's a camp, but it's a boot camp. I mean, they have to work hard, and we drill them because we can see the talent in them, and we want them to bring it out. And at the end of the week, they get it, and it comes out, and it's wonderful.
Really, Jennifer, you're doing a lot in a week. Like, I mean, it's the Reader's Digest condensed version, isn't it?
It basically is. I mean, this is something that I would put together at my own musical theater probably over 3 months. And so they're packing it into really 4 days. We had everything. We had to have it together by yesterday afternoon. And it's incredible. It's tough work.
Thank you to the food people and all the volunteers. If they didn't participate for you, with you, drive you, you wouldn't get to do this. And a lot of kids don't. And it's been very well run, and they care very deeply that you guys all participate, and everybody got the chance to be a costume, a character, have a line, get on stage, right? That's not something everybody gets to do. So when you get home, you all thank your parents. all right? Because
You guys sound amazing, and you look amazing, and that goes for even the primaries and juniors who I didn't tell that to. So be really proud of what you guys have done today, and whatever happens in there, that's just icing on the cake, okay?
what they've been up to this week. We've had a really great week here once again. This is our 5th year of of summer theater camp. And every year, it's different. And it's not better than last year, not worse than last year, different. Every year is different. And this year it's been so exciting. We've had 3 absolutely fantabulous instructors who have worked so well together. One of them has disappeared with the seniors and intermediates, but Jackie Lowen of Winnipeg has been our drama instructor this week. Jennifer Cozier, who's sort of homeless right now. She's in a move from Melville to Fort Capel, has been our music instructor, and Tracy Savo, who's Moose Jaw, sort of between Saskatoon and Moose Jaw, which aren't really that close to each other, but she's back and forth. She's our dance instructor, and she's got as much energy as all of those kids put together. So it's been a really fun week. We've also had some of our assistant helpers this year, Colin Elliott, Shelby Lowe, Jane Newmeyer, and Jill Koss, who have been working with the teachers this week, with the kids, and are absolutely, positively amazing. Phil McGranigan, who has been our pianist all week for rehearsal and performance. So it's been a great week with those people. And this year I wasn't here very much, and Leanne Woodhouse was me. And I have big shoes to fill, and she's pretty little, but she handled it with great ability, and they just found all kinds of things this week that the instructors needed, and it's been great. So we are going to, first of all, see the primary and juniors, and they are going to perform Jungle Party tonight.